Okay, so what we're going to try and do is set up a more automated test program within the Omicron software for this UBX117 relay. To do that, instead of using the modules over here, I'm going to use the Control Centre to create a test document. So we'll open that up. And we have these first ones here that are a test object, the device. This gives me all my settings. Because I'm not going over any of these, it's not a problem to me, so that's okay. So I don't need to worry too much about that one. Hardware configuration. So I've turned the Omicron off so it's not so noisy. It hasn't actually found one. We'll look for this, and you can see here I'm set for 4 times 300 volts, which is the one that I'm going to be wanting to look at. And what I will do, I'm only interested in VLE1, so I'm going to turn off all these others. And I don't need any of the currents. Apply that, okay. So then that will just limit me to the voltage. Sorry, I should have looked at as well. Binary inputs, I'm only interested in binary 1, which should be trip, and binary 2, which will be the start. Like that. Okay. So what I want to do now is actually insert a module. Put a pause module in to start with, and double click that to open that. So this is my text instruction that will come in, and then what I am going to do, insert an image, which is the test diagram, and then it actually puts my little test diagram down at the bottom there, but it will tell me how to connect up. Okay, so my next module I'm going to put in will be a ramping module. In the wrong place, so we'll drag him down. So we'll rename actually properties. Okay, so we double click on him, expand him out. So I want to ramp up VLE1. I don't need a second one, I only need 1 ramp voltage. It's 12%, so I'm going to start him off at 11.9. I'm going to ramp him up to 13.2, which is my plus 10%. I'm going to ramp at 10 millivolts. I'm going to ramp at 500 milliseconds, and then it calculates the rest. Okay, so my stop condition, which is over here, which is start from 0 to 1. I can look at the trigger down here, binary trigger. So the trip one it doesn't care about, and the start one I actually need it to go back to a 0. I need to go from a 1 to a 0 because of the configuration of the relay. So that will be that one completed for that start module. And then what I need to do then is add in a timing, which we can do with state sequencer. We'll just change this from the trigger to user interaction and define the instructions. Okay, and then we're going to add in another state. And we're going to change this one to our 14 volts. And the output this time trigger is going to be binary, trip state to go to 1, and then we can add in a time assessment here. Ignore it. Before state 1, start at state 2, and we stop, and the trip goes to 1. T nominal is 500 milliseconds, and deviation is 50 seconds, 50 milliseconds. And then it will do the T actual there. We look at the assessments. We're not too worried about those ones. So that's that one done. Home. We'll just give him a name. Properties. Should be percent as well, shouldn't it? And then what we will do is add in another module after this to the aux DC. Up in there. So we're going to change this to 24 volts. And we want to add in the same module again to turn the voltage back off. That's way off. And that is my test module completed. So I can now save him. And we'll save him as